At some point, we'll have to do a meatball war. Because everyone has very strong opinions on meatballs. Katie, our sister, says she makes the best meatballs. Alexa's grandmother, whose name is Italia Mucci, so that should tell you something. Apparently, she makes the best meatballs.
Mom does make really good meatballs, I'll be honest.
Apparently, Mom makes it. Like, we just got to do a meatball war
I
at
make
some
good
point.
turkey meatballs. I'm very proud of my turkey meatballs.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we got to do a meatball war.
Meatball
Wars coming soon. What is up, chicken nuggets, and welcome back to Taste Like Chicken. I am your host and certified picky eater, Joseph Paul, and we are joined once again by my co-host. She keeps yelling at me to put on suntan lotion, Lauren. How are we doing, sis?
First off, you're beyond the hope of suntan lotion because you're fried. He's wearing a hat because his head is peeling because he got completely fried at the Ren Fair.
I am a flaky mess today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're wondering why I'm dressed like an extra in Gilmore Girls, that's why.
Then guess who used an exfoliator on his sunburn?
What? I had dead skin.
No.
I wanted to get the dead skin off so I
No.
could apply lotion to the not dead skin.
That's not how that works.
That
with
is
sunburn.
science.
That's not how it works with a sunburn.
If my wife can't get me to put on suntan lotion, none of you have a chance. So what are we trying for the first time ever today, Lauren?
Hot sandwiches.
Hot sandwiches. I didn't know hot sandwich. I guess I knew hot sandwiches were a thing because meatball subs.
Grilled cheese.
But like, I just don't think hot when I think sandwich.
I mean, they're not the most common of sandwiches, I would say. Like, most people think of, like, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or, like, ham and cheese. But, like, for your purposes, no, you wouldn't really think of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm actually not afraid of this one, though. Like, normally, like, going into this, I have some sort of trepidation. Here, I think my biggest trepidation is going to be the meatballs. I've never had a meatball. They seem kind of messy. But beyond that, I'm actually feeling pretty good about this one. I feel like it's going to go well.
It's going to be interesting.
It's a nice little pocket of stuff. I like a neat presentation. And sandwiches seem neat.
I thought you said a meat presentation.
I love me a
and
meat
I
presentation.
didn't like that at
I
all.
love me a meat presentation. Take that however you want.
Mom, I'm scared.
Are these all sandwiches that you've had?
Yes.
And you like all of these sandwiches?
Yes.
Do you think there's anything here that I'm going to struggle with?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's not reassuring. There's a lot of meat in this episode, though, right?
Yes.
I like meat.
Yes.
Meat's cool.
Obstacle-wise, you're not going to like biting into things and having to like pull. Like, it's not always going to be a clean bite through.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be a bit of a struggle for you. I think also there's some flavor profiles of things that you haven't had before. Like, you've had green peppers, but one of the sandwiches has like caramelized green peppers.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Delicious.
But caramelized doesn't mean like it has caramel on it, right?
No,
it just means it's a way of like frying it.
Way of cooking it that's similar to how like it's
Okay.
Caramelizing things is when you cook it down, similar to how caramel's made. They slowly cook it down, and
Okay, as long as there's not caramel in it, I think we'll be okay.
you just really got to take a bite out of life today.
I hate that you just said that, but it's honestly true. Yeah, I think I just need to go for it today.
Yeah, just really get in
Fucking
there.
go.
Just get in
Let's
there.
go.
Okay, we're not gonna do that.
Let's get started.
That's gonna be weird. We're starting with chicken parm. This is a classic breaded chicken cutlet, and it's got tomato sauce and Parmesan cheese. It's like the most straightforward type of chicken parm.
I'm kind of disappointed with the distribution of it.
That's the problem with grinders, though.
Yeah, like
Because the way you cut it and the way that the toppings go, it often ends up leaking out a little bit.
it's not even that. It's just like it feels like they put all the sauce to one side and then the chicken to the other side.
Again, that's the way that the sandwich bread is.
It's like a chicken pizza.
Sure.
Cool.
Chicken parm.
All right. Chicken parm. Chicky parm. What's that from?
Oh.
Anyway. Chicken parm. Let's do it. Yeah. Sure.
What are your thoughts on the cheese?
I still don't see the appeal of cheese. I don't really taste it.
You do, you just don't realize you do.
I don't think I taste it. I taste the chicken. I taste the sauce. I don't know if I taste the cheese. Thank God we got me comfortable with pizza before eating this, though, because I think if we hadn't, this would have been a struggle. Just that gush of sauce, it really would have been an issue for me. But no, it's good.
There's no gush of sauce.
There was
There's
you're
no
going to
gush.
tell me I took a bite and there was a gush because this is so poorly distributed. I just got all sauce and no chicken, so it was a gush of sauce.
It's not a gush of sauce. It's a mouthful of sauce. Gush is a verb that doesn't apply to what just happened in your mouth. Ew, I don't want to ever
You're
say
not
that
going to
again.
gaslight me. I know what I'm talking about. I won't say that this is necessarily something I would go for.
But if it was out in there.
But if it was out, like if I needed to eat and this was the option, I would eat this. Yeah.
Yeah. Chicken parm. It's a classic. You can't, when people say you can't go wrong with a chicken parm, you can't. You really can't.
I like to. And this might be sandwiches in general. I need more experience with sandwiches, but I like how filling it feels.
That is the perk of sandwiches. And
It feels like a meal.
It is.
Yeah. This
Some
feels
people-
very unevenly made.
There's different types of rolls you can use. This is the most traditional kind, but there's ciabatta breads, like a ton of options. Open face sandwiches, there's a lot you could do.
What's ciabatta bread?
A style of bread.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know how to explain it to you. It's one of those you have to have. Like
So it's not like how oat milk is just made from. Never mind. I'm just going to stop talking.
Our next sandwich is the pastrami sandwich.
Okay. I think I've had pastrami meat. Haven't I, hun? When we did charcuterie?
Sure.
I don't
I think we
you
did. No?
No.
Roll the tape.
Prosciutto. That's what we had.
Yeah,
okay.
prosciutto.
But pastrami's a meat, right?
Pastrami's a meat. It's a type of beef.
Okay.
Beef brisket, I believe. And this sandwich also has, it's got cheese and it has red onion. It's also got mayonnaise and mustard. I'm usually just a mustard person with this.
Yeah. Well, I liked mayonnaise on the Baconator, so this might go good. With grinders, I'm feeling like the ratio is going to be everything. There's so much red onion on this. Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out the best end to bite this from.
I think this could go well for the meat, but I think you're going to struggle with the mess and having to bite into it. If you want, open it and take some of the onion off.
No, if I do that, it's game over because I'm going to see the mess.
That's true.
Anytime I watch someone deconstruct a sandwich, like my wife does that a lot. Alexa will buy a sandwich and they always get her order wrong, which is bonkers because she gets a plain sandwich and they still put stuff on it. How do you mess it up? But she starts picking all the stuff off and I watch and I'm like, that right there, I'd be like, I'm not eating this. Like, I can't. It's a mental thing.
Okay.
Have I had red onion? I think, you sure?
Yeah.
Not like the Big Mac, nothing?
Nope, that's white diced onion.
Oh, okay.
Never had
Is there
red
a
onion.
drastic difference?
A noticeable difference. I
Okay.
prefer red onion.
Okay, that doesn't.
Red onion's got more flavor, in my personal opinion.
Pastrami sandwich. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
How do you like the mustard? You never had mustard before. You taste the mustard?
I had mustard on the Big Mac, didn't I?
Not on the Big Mac.
The Whopper didn't have...
Maybe
what had
the Whopper
something
did.
had mustard.
Maybe the Whopper did.
No, we did a sauce episode. I've had mustard.
Oh, you didn't like mustard when we did it, though.
I'm fine with it here. This is tasty.
Pastrami sandwich is delicious.
The pastrami really stands out on the pastrami sandwich.
Yeah.
It earned its name.
No, I personally, with pastrami sandwich, I'm very like cheese, pastrami, mustard. I'm a very plain pastrami kind of girl. I do prefer corned beef, which is a little bit different. Similar meat, but a little bit different.
I see what you mean about the red onions. I taste them more,
Yeah.
but I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. It's not nearly as messy as I was afraid it was going to be. It has a nice crunch to it. And yeah, that
salty meat.
salty meat, kind of like bacon. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I would order this.
Oh my god.
This isn't even like, oh, if I was at a place and this is all they had. No, like I would order this. I like this a lot.
Holy shit. Mm-hmm. So we're saving the second
probably
half of
go-
that sandwich for you.
I'd probably go light on the sauce on it,
Yeah.
but beyond that, yeah, like this is good. This is really good.
Honestly, what I would recommend you do if you order one is if say you order one for takeout. Oh, how are we feeling now?
That's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah.
I'm not used to having things fall apart like that when I eat them.
What
I
I
don't
would
like
recommend
it.
you do is say you want to get from this place again, and you get a pastrami sandwich. I would order it without sauce, and then I would have the sauce here so you could put the amount that you prefer. Because here's one thing:
Yes.
is light to you is never
Yes.
light anywhere else.
Yes, that is the move. That is the move. The falling apart could take some getting used to. The sauce,
Yeah.
I'm kind of here nor there on, but everything else about this, fantastic. I really like a pastrami and red onion sandwich. That is delicious.
It's really
Y'all need to.
exciting.
Have you guys tried this?
Just got to tell you about this crazy
I
thing
can't.
you learned.
You would not believe what I discovered today.
Our next one is Philly cheesesteak.
This looks different than I was expecting.
I think, were expecting, when you heard cheese steak, you expected steak to look more steak-like. This is
No.
like shredded steak.
Not true.
Shaved steak.
I've seen a lot of pictures of Philly cheesesteak, and the profile of it, the meat looks very, very well placed. You know what I mean? It's like blankets of meat, right?
Yeah.
That does not look like that. It looks more like I put it through a grinder.
But if you look how it's layered on mine that I bit into it, do you see?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this also has really small diced up onions and peppers. Usually I'm used to them in like strips. So that's a little surprising.
I was worried it was pickles, so that
No.
actually makes me feel a little better.
Nope, green pepper and some onion, and then it's got cheese.
I'm learning vegetables mixed into sandwiches are kind of a weird thing for me in general, just because the vegetables kind of soak in the meat juice and become like brown looking. Mm-hmm. And they're perfectly fine. They're just soaked in juice, but like it's not fun to look at. The texture is really what's throwing me off right now. That looks like a very...
I think you'll be surprised by the texture.
Okay. But they get messier than this, don't they? I've seen messier versions of this. I've seen Philly cheesesteak.
This is a very neat version of it, to be honest.
Yeah. Philly cheesesteak. Let's go.
Yeah. Glad we're not making snap judgments.
It's not it's You know what I mean?
Yeah. What were your thoughts on what I said about you wishing it was salty meat?
100%.
I clocked that. I knew I would.
100%. I don't hate this. I don't love it. I'm kind of indifferent.
But if you had a pastrami in front of you.
You were right. It's a lot easier to bite in than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, can we play that again, please?
But
you were right.
yeah,
Beautiful.
it is a lot easier to eat in terms of actual like function of eating it. But
I personally wish there was more pepper and onion present in this. Mm-hmm. I like there to be a heavier vegetable ratio. I find that more refreshing.
I don't think that's for me.
Well, you know, that's okay.
And the taste is good. I don't see myself craving this.
Yeah, I don't. Every now and again, I'll get a Philly cheesesteak, like once in a blue moon. This will probably be the last time I have one in a couple years. Mm. You know?
Yeah, maybe we just need a better one. Maybe we need one from Philly. But the pastrami, that was a taste that like I could see myself being like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. I can't wait to eat this. This I would eat just to make sure my stomach wasn't empty. It is definitely a messier sandwich. It's coming out the end. I'm not a fan of that either. That's a problem. So maybe this is one we revisit because right now it's fine. It is what it is.
It's not a bad Philly
It's there.
cheesesteak.
Yeah.
So our final sandwich is just a real traditional simple meatball sub. Literally just meatball, sauce, and cheese.
How do you think I'm going to handle this?
I think you're going to like it. You just need to get over your hang-ups that you imagine are there. Like,
You might as well have told me you're going to love it. You just have to change everything about yourself.
can you do that, please? That would make things so much easier for us.
Okay.
It's just a beef meatball. Like, it's
I just
really
picture
nothing
it's going to be
crazy.
like biting into a sponge. I don't like the smell of it so far. It smells kind of like a cheap pizza. Meatball sub. Let's do this.
No, you don't like it? Mm-mm. I don't think you like the way they do their meatballs. You can do meatballs very many different ways.
That falls apart. I don't like that.
These are not the best meatballs I've had before, to be honest.
It's a very mushy meat format, and I'm not a fan of that. The taste isn't terrible, but it's not a taste that I love. Let's get crazy here. Let's get a bit of everything.
Wow.
Let's get a bit of the cheese and the bread and
Wow.
the sauce and the meat.
Wow.
Let's go for it.
It's almost like you just made up a sandwich that no one's ever thought of before.
We're turning into dad.
What a way to eat a sandwich.
We're turning into dad. Our father insists that he invented the Chun burger, which is a burger with cheese and onion. So
Also, a chun burger? That's disgusting.
the Chun burger, courtesy of the Mick.
That sounds like vomit. Think about that while you take that bite. You're welcome.
Yeah, why'd you have to? Okay. Yeah, that's really all I can say about it. The taste is incredible. The texture is kind of mushy, which it's fine, but it's not something I would seek out.
I prefer a meatball grinder where the meatballs are hot out of like the sauce, like hot. Like this is fine, but it's clear that these are made, packaged, and we took them and, you know.
Where do we stand on the texture of this? Is that pretty consistent with how all meatballs are?
No, there can be some meatballs that are a little bit more firm.
Yeah, I need a tougher meatball.
Starting off with the chicken parm.
Chicken parm.
What are your thoughts?
I'm going to give the chicken parm I'll give that an 8-piece chicken nugget. I think I would do less cheese on that. I didn't like how thick the cheese was compared to everything else.
Okay. Parmesan cheese is not a cheese that melts down. Like it stays thick even when it's melted.
Right, so I'm saying I would put less cheese on it. But yeah, really good taste. Really easy to eat. Just kind of a different form of pizza with chicken.
Yeah. Pastrami.
Pastrami.
Tell us how you feel about pastrami. Let us know.
Pastrami was such a pleasant surprise. That taste was fantastic.
Was it delightful? Did you love it?
Don't do that. No, but really though, it was really good. I like that for that one. For a lot of the sandwiches today, the ingredients kind of balanced really well. Mm-hmm. Not the case with the pastrami. I feel like the meat was the show, so to speak. And I really loved that.
You liked your meat show?
I loved my meat show. Yeah, I would easily give the pastrami sandwich a 10-piece chicken nugget. I will be getting that again. The next time we're in Massachusetts, our dad has a sandwich place he likes to go to. I'm getting pastrami, 100%. Mm-hmm. Loved that sandwich. The texture was really great to chew on, very enjoyable. The red onions added a nice flavor to it. The pastrami itself, fantastic. Easily a win. Loved that sandwich.
That'll be a fun thing, is trying to find your perfect pastrami out here.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the other thing, is that today's episode didn't just go well in terms of finding something I like. Today's episode made me want to experiment with these foods.
Honestly,
and that's
the
rare.
Craziest thing coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, that's rare for me.
wild.
But like, it genuinely, like, I ate these and I didn't just enjoy them. I had thoughts of like, oh, next time I'd like to try it with this
It
or
made you
do this with
excited
it.
about
Yeah.
Food. Wow.
Wow.
Moving on to the good old Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak. I will say I made that out to be a lot worse than it was.
No.
I thought that was going to be terrible. I thought it was going to be a huge mess, which
You
it
were
kind of
dramatic?
was. I thought it was going to have a really strong taste. It doesn't. That taste is not that strong. Maybe different versions of it are, but the one that we had today, flavorful, but not terrible.
And there are some people who prefer it just to be the steak and the cheese. And some people like melty cheese, like more liquid type cheese. So there's a lot of ways you can do that very differently. And there are people who are very passionate about that. Yeah.
Ultimately, I would give the Philly cheesesteak I'll give it a 6-piece chicken nugget.
Okay.
It had good flavors. It just, there wasn't a lot of that flavor there. For me, at least, for someone who has such a saturated palate.
Yeah.
Not really there. And the texture, I was indifferent to, in a good way. I thought the texture was going to be terrible. I thought I was really going to struggle there, but I was kind of indifferent. And it, again, loses a point because once all that meat started falling out, I'm like, once that's out of the sandwich, I'm not eating it. You're not going to give me a fork and I'm going to eat it. No, we're done. It's gone.
You're going to really love your journey of pastrami sandwiches as time goes then. Because that can be a messy sandwich.
We'll figure it out. I feel like I'll get over that, though, because like pizza, it used to be if like the cheese separated from the rest of the pizza, I was like, game over.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. I just eat it.
You will get to that point, especially if you like that salty meat and some falls out, you're going to eat that. And then wrapping it up, Meatball Sub.
Meatball Sub.
Meatball Sub.
That was kind of the disappointment today.
I honestly, truthfully did expect that.
Like, overall, it was a relief. It was not as difficult to eat as I thought it was going to be. I think I'm getting better in terms of textures. But people love a meatball sub. At least where we come from. People love a meatball sub. The texture wasn't great for me. Maybe with a thicker, more durable meatball, I'd be into it.
Yeah.
But the flavors on top of that, like, I can't imagine wanting that meatball over wanting the chicken. Like, the chicken parm easily beats the meatball sub, in my opinion. I would honestly give the meatball sub a 5-piece chicken nugget.
Okay.
It's neither here nor there. It's fine. It exists. It just didn't wow me in any way. It didn't upset me, but...
Didn't enrage me. It wasn't the best meatball I've ever had. So I don't think it was the greatest presentation of a meatball sub. It was fine.
That's going to be our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us as we've tried subs for the first time ever. Grinders for the first time ever. Hoagies for the first time ever. Heroes for the first time ever.
Sangies
for the first time ever. You good?
I think that about covered all of them.
Cool.
I might have missed a couple.
If you would like to continue with us on this journey, be sure to like and subscribe.
If you have any ideas for new foods we should try or punishments that we should inflict, especially because somebody is due one, please make sure to comment down below.
And as always, you stay crispy chicken nuggets. Make sure you try something new this week. Have a great day.
And as a special bonus today, because he's feeling confident, Joe is going to try a curly french fry for the first time. And I'm going to be very nice and let you have the super curly one on top. This is like, you see a curly fry like this, and you're like, wow.
That's like a joy.
Look at the way that Alexa's nodding her head right now. Is that not so nice of me
Seems
to give him that
impractical.
curly fry?
I did not know until recently that curly fries are no different from french fries. I thought they were put in like different spices.
They are different. You'll see.
You said they weren't. Okay.
No, I never said they weren't. They're definitely different. How are they different? No, but they do taste different. You're
It's
pissing
fine.
me off so much right now.
It's more like a tater tot, and I'd rather a french fry than a tater tot.
Get the fuck out.
Just saying.
Leave. Can we kick him out of the apartment? Can we kick him out of our lease?
You should have kept this one for yourself. It's wasted on me.
I'm realizing that now. I'm pissed.